A lot of times with our videos, I end up overstacking mods because I think that maybe possibly makes the video a little bit better. You guys knowing full well that I do my best to try to give you as much as I possibly can, whilst also trying to be careful with your time. But that sometimes leaves you leaving behind absolutely beautiful, gorgeous mods. And one thing that we just never can have enough of in Bonelab is levels. Levels that are painstakingly designed for one thing in mind, whether that's PvP, fusion, or even immersion. And oh by golly, does this map deliver that tenfold. I don't know what it is about Bonelab in general. The OST that just takes your mind to a place that is just serene, and it's this weird techno hum that just has you go there, and this map embraces that tenfold. This is Voidway Station 24L, a sandbox level. Think of it kind of like the destination between 2 points. Convenience store in the middle of nowhere kind of vibe. It's simple yet extremely satisfying to look at. Everything is just in the right place. Like the weirdest details, like in the shipping container, there's these beautiful, glowing, neon, beautifully designed signs that would go in a convenience store. You know, the thing that tells you gas prices here, same thing. And of course, as you exit the crate, you're seeing the Bonelab mascot. But this is still a Bonelab level, so let's have some fun. The mod author gave you a lovely shooting range to take a crack at. By the way, I'm not sure if the original Bonelab targets do this, but you need to hit them in the exact center point. That's brilliance. If only we had enemies where you needed to be that good of a shot. Stress level 0, please. Marrow Engine 2.0. Anyways, as I made my way to the roof, I found this absolutely beautiful, crazily high textured bowling ball. Modders are weird. Just let's crank up the textures by 10 on this obscure thing that could be missed. Love it. Love it. True game design right there, baby. And finally, I decided to make my way into the main building of this level. And again, what I found was everything in its proper place. A convenience store extravaganza, all that. But seriously, I can't describe it, but there's something interesting when you see something that you're not necessarily supposed to see. The best way I could describe it is like going behind the counter at a McDonald's. We're not supposed to be there, especially if you're not an employee. So there's something kind of odd and interesting about just that. And seeing this weird like lounge area where employees would shoot the shit as they hang out with their break on this old ass TV was wicked. And just everything scattered around that room had a point and a purpose. Brilliant level design, and it only gets better when you make your way into the actual business retailer. Not to mention, of course, this cheeky mod author put this key here, which I still was not able to find. But what's in there? I did phase through the wall to see what was. Nothing was in there. So unless the mod author is even more cheeky, and only when you put the key in does it spawn the item. Son of a bitch. Anyway, maybe one day we'll figure it out on stream. Point is when you make your way into the actual place, it just looks like, even now the gameplay that you're seeing is me trying to like make it look cooler by like scanning with my pistol. Dude, it's already so calming. Like it's like there's no threat here. This is just a safe space. just a nice safe space. It feels like the place in between life and death, where you're just kind of in acceptance. Okay, I might be going a little ham, all right? but it's true. And there's these nuggets of lore that you can read if you want. Again, the atmosphere is just oddly serene. I even downloaded a mod that could have been considered creepy, but it couldn't be creepy. And believe you me, in the next scene, you're gonna see. I tried. Anyways, the main area is awesome, the place where you would buy and do commerce, but when you actually make your way into the back area, where they would probably store stuff and also maybe put vehicles, this place also looks extremely nice. It's again, it's so weird to say that it looks so nice, but the reason why it looks nice is because I don't know what's in there. I've never been in the behind of a mechanical shop / convenience store / whatever, you know? So there's like this novelty, ooh, neat. And it's almost like the world's ended, everyone's dead, and it's just you, and you're just kind of like, hey, I've accepted that I'm the last person on Earth. All these weird places that shouldn't be taboo, but they kind of are. Yeah. There's also a vent. There's also plenty of storage places for you, just a bunch of random crap to be everywhere. Unnecessary, but appreciated. And ultimately, if you have fusion and you just wanted to hang out and vibe with your friends for a bit, this is a good ass place to do it. I feel like you'd have an actual heart-to-heart with your friend here because it just fits that nice balanced tone, you know? That makes sense? Probably not. Let's move on. Also, Real TDBZ is the mod author. Sorry, my G. I fucked up. Yeah, well done, my great mod. The next mod is absolutely beautiful. However, very hard to depict what the hell it actually is, which I can kind of understand now having played with it. Essentially, this is a mod that is not quite an NPC. This is essentially a mod that showcases a really cool effect. This effect being this kind of like void black tar monster, which looks really rad. And I, for one, love the gold and void variant. But a lot of these are basically just hovering husks that kind of twitch and adjust. Some of them are green, some of them are the classic Bonelab void. Others are decked out in gold. Others are variety of different weirdness, right? Tall as hell, short as hell, all that. But where this gets really cool is when it could possibly be integrated with other mods, specifically horror mods that are trying to actually live in the same world as Bonelab. Because these are essentially void corrupted skeleton souls, which kind of makes sense given that we've already had skeletons in Bonelab. But one of these things you can actually spawn is like a projection hollow. You can pass right through it, but it stumbles toward you. So if you ever made a horror map, oh my God, would that be terrifying? You open a door and you start seeing this thing slump towards you, and you can't run away because it's just gonna pass through everything. I'm just happy this is not that terrifying. It is terrifying, but not like, oh my God, it's a tiny demon child ready to rip your throat out. It's like it's just some guy who looks like drunk stumbling, but hey, I don't want any worse. Keep it that way, please. And of course, this mod is made by Chandul? I'm so sorry. It's always in the description. You guys can verify there. Check out this mod. I think it's really neat. If only it was an NPC where you could shoot it, fight back, and do all that other stuff would be brilliant. Some people wanted it as an avatar. The thing, I'm maybe a bastard with the whole avatar thing, but the avatar thing when it comes to the hands and the shape and the movement and all that, and the texture quality when you're actually looking through your VR headset and looking at your actual hands, especially if it doesn't match any of the guns textures, which are really high, can look a little weird. But yeah, to each their own if they want that, but I love the fact that they stumble towards it. So cool. Anyways, great, wonderful mod. But ladies and gentlemen, I know this probably wasn't the most exciting, most ravenous, highest value stack video I could ever give you, but it's still fun to talk about mods in this way too. Something quick, something fast, and something just a little bit more light. That doesn't mean the mods aren't fantastic, but it does mean that I can't always jump in the cockpit and play live gameplay and make silly dumb jokes and all these things. So I hope you guys are okay with this from time to time. I, for one, just want to keep showing you even cooler things that the community and that I can find and maybe even have a hand in creating. So once again, thank you so much for your time. I don't think I deserve any of it, but love you to bits for giving it. And as always, thank you so much to our members who just make this all a lot more easy whenever it comes to upgrading PCs or buying a game that I can show you guys some cool and things like that. Love you so much for the support. Thank you kindly, and be sure to spread some of that support to the mod authors as well. Love you to bits, and goodbye, my friends.